Top 10 MLB right fielders, 5 to 1, 2015 edition. Number 5, Carlos Gonzalez, age 30, Colorado Rockies right fielder. The vet has stayed in Colorado pretty much his entire career. 2008, I remember he went to the big leagues, went to Oakland, but then after that, it was all Colorado, and he is a man of his word. He's always been loyal to the city. He's always been productive to the city, and he's definitely a superstar in the league and obviously in Colorado. Tulo's out, Arenado's now in. You know, you got different young guys like LeMahieu, Logan Paulson, Corey Dickerson, you know, those type of guys. You got Cargo right here that has always been there and has always tried to make sure that he still believes in the team. All these trade rumors every year, but he's still going strong. He's not letting it get to him. I would think he's not. Maybe he is possibly thinking about what if I get traded. But overall, Carlos Gonzalez has always been very faithful and just a great baseball player. Like Colorado is so happy to have him, but I don't think he'll be there for long. If they do not trade Carlos Gonzalez for any reason, then you're looking at a guy that after his contract is done, he will be leaving just because Colorado is not ready to make a World Series run, to be a contending team, just because just the pitching rotation is not there, and I just don't see this team becoming a World Series contending team right now. It's going to take a while, and does Carlos Gonzalez have a while, and what does a while mean to him? And honestly, I believe he wants to win. He wants to win now, and I really do believe that in the 8 years that he has been here, he has not been able to get a chance, and he wants it. And I do believe that Carlos Gonzalez will be moving on after his contract, or he could be traded. Who knows? But anyway, let's take a look at Carlos Gonzalez and what he's been able to do. His contract right now is 2 years, $22.84 million. Those are the two biggest years for him. I see him just continuing to have a power monster season that he did this year. And with that said, I think because of this, I think if he continues to do that, there will be so many guys looking at him and be like, hey, join our team. You know what? We need you. And that's what I think. Overall, so far in his career, 2-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glover, a 2-time Silver Slugger, and an NL batting champion. He's got everything. He's always been a pretty great defender. His offense has always been pretty fucking good. But he has really established himself as just a power hitter now in terms of what he did this year. He hasn't had these type of numbers since 2010 where he had 34. That was now 40 is his career high. So overall, you can see what Carlos Gonzalez has been able to do. That is a lot. That is just, it's awesome to see what he's been able to accomplish this year. He went above and beyond. Let's take a look at what he did this year. 153 games played. So that's another thing. He's healthy. He was healthy this year. 554 at bats, 87 runs scored, 150 hits, 25 doubles, 2 triples, 40 home runs, 97 RBIs, 46 walks, 133 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases, 271 average, a 325 on base, a 540 slugging, and an 865 OPS. He was healthy. That's a big thing. He has never been this healthy ever in his career, and I really do hope Carlos Gonzalez keep it up. I think if he can get this healthy, if he can stay healthy this year, you'll have another monster season, and you're looking at a guy that honestly will do wonders for different teams if Colorado does not progress in terms of the standings and everything like that. And here, looking at defensively, 253 putouts this year, 8 assists, 7 errors, and a double play. It's a 974 fielding percentage. Again, that was a kind of a career low. I think that's actually a career low for him in terms of fielding percentage wise. He was definitely not as good on defense this year as you expect. 7 errors is a lot, but I do believe Carlos Gonzalez, if he can turn that around, I believe him and his offense. Wow, that's a powerhouse, and that's an advantage for Carlos Gonzalez. So good job to him, good props to him, and for sure, I believe Carlos Gonzalez there will be the man this year again, and I'm definitely very excited to just watch him play. He's amazing. So number 4, Jason Heyward, age 26, Chicago Cubs right fielder. Pretty much ever since he's walked into the league, I've always been a fan of Jason Heyward. I always thought he was just so entertaining to watch. Just a huge guy, a 6'5" guy that just played to me brilliant defense. I thought seeing him in the outfield, I was always excited. I was always excited to see him step out into the plate. Just because, you know what? Yes, he doesn't have like extreme amount of power as of late, but I mean, just the overall presence of just how his stance is, and seeing, man, this could actually launch, or he can do something amazing, or something like that, or just anything overall. Just the type of player he was to me, and my presence was, I was just so excited to always watch Jason Heyward, and he's always been a value for sure in watching him, and he's done a good job so far. And he's only 26. He's still got many years to develop more into a power hitter or anything you would like. But overall, he's done an pretty okay job at being in this position. Just a really good right fielder that's tall and able to just haven't been able to at all just showcase much of what he can do. I think people underestimate Jason Heyward, but he is one hell of a right fielder. Overall, though, he played in Atlanta pretty much his entire career, 2010, 2014, and in 2015 went to St. Louis. I thought he was very valuable to that team. I think St. Louis is still a good team, but they lost something with James Heyward leaving. I do believe. I know they tried to sign him. He ended up signing with the Chicago Cubs, NL Central rivals, for 8 years, $184 million. Big signing for the Cubs, especially because now with that and a couple other key signings, you're talking about the Cubs being World Series contenders. I mean, this is a team that honestly was like, man, they're never going to win a World Series. They're never going to do much, and they've been way too long with the drought. But now you're looking and you're like, oh my goodness, this guy is able to pretty much make an impact on this organization, on this club, and just how like exceptional the Cubs will be this year is awesome. Like the potential is so high, and I'm so excited to see him play. Overall, though, so far in Jason Heyward's career, you see an All-Star and a 3-time Gold Glover. So you do see some good things from Jason Heyward and the Cubs. And then as his numbers go right now, 154 games played, 547 at bats, 79 runs scored, 160 hits, 33 doubles, 4 triples, 13 home runs, 60 RBIs, 56 walks, 90 strikeouts, 23 stolen bases, 293 average, a 359 on base, a 439 slugging, and a 798 OPS. It pretty much shows pretty much this is the most games he's played in his career. But like I said, you see guys like Carlos Gonzalez and himself that were never truly healthy, but they have their healthiest games this year, and they're doing a great job. Again, like I said, he's been able to get hits, run score, doubles, triples. He does a lot, 23 stolen bases, double-digit stolen bases. Overall, he's able to have a lot of things that impact a team and pretty much a game. So that's always nice to see. And obviously on defense, 278 putouts, 9 assists, 3 errors, 2 double plays, and 990 fielding percentage. The lowest actually, I think, in his career. But overall, he's fine. His fielding is incredible. I love watching him out there playing right field or playing center or playing left. He's always been really entertaining to watch, and just a great person, a great ambassador to the game, and definitely deserves to be number 4 on this list for sure. Number 3, Jose Bautista, age 35, Toronto Blue Jays right fielder. A veteran, another veteran guy that has been so productive and so amazing to watch in Toronto. Again, Toronto is very known right now to having power at bats, power hitters, just a fantastic lineup, and I think it's a team that really could run away with the division. At the same time, you do have the Red Sox, you got the Yankees trying to do something. Orioles, I still think, have some hope there. And the Rays, they have some things that they can look forward to. I think the AL East will be so tough this year, but I do believe Toronto will all in all, will win this division. And it's mainly because they got guys like Jose Bautista that can just drive the ball and just have power numbers, have so much impact on this team. And a guy that's been around for a while, 12 years around there. And it's funny because we all talk about how unbelievable Jose Bautista is, but people don't know this, but he actually struggled mightily before he came to Toronto. You're looking at a guy that went from Baltimore to the Royals to the Pittsburgh Pirates to the Rays, back to the Pittsburgh Pirates again. So I mean, overall, you're looking and you're like, man, this is this is a guy that kind of shape shifted a bit, and then he just found a home in Toronto, and ever since then he's exploded with his numbers, and he's been uh so so drastically great that that you just have to watch. You have to be on the couch and you have to watch Bautista, and he's going to do something amazing for Toronto. He's gonna drive someone in, or he's gonna do a great he's gonna make a great catch, or he's just gonna bomb some sort of ball and get a 3-run 4-1 home run. So overall, I mean, this is a guy that's entertaining, and he's just so high powered, so much energy he brings, and it helps when you have Toronto. I mean, those Blue Jay fans are hell of a great fans. They are so loud there in Canada up there, and Toronto has so much to look forward to in terms of baseball and basketball. I mean, overall, sports is definitely on the high for Toronto, and I'm very very excited for that. Overall, though, I mean, definitely Jose Bautista is deserving to be in number three. He's got it all. He's got so much things to look forward to, and again, he's 35, but he's still going to be productive, and I believe he's still got many years in him still until he slows down. But this is a guy that's definitely a future Toronto Blue Jays Hall of Famer in a way. What I mean is they could have a statue of him, or they're probably gonna retire his number just because of the impact he's made in Toronto. Let's take a look at what he's done so far. Six-time All-Star, a two-time MLB home run leader, a two-time Hank Aaron Award winner, and a three-time Silver Slugger. So overall, pretty fantastic for sure. Let's take a look at his numbers. 153 games played, 543 at bats, 108 runs scored, 136 hits, 29 doubles, 3 triples, 40 home runs, 114 hits, 110 walks, 106 strikeouts, 8 stolen bases, 250 average, a 377 on base, a 536 slug, and a 913 OPS. That's that's really really good overall. Again, the way that he's been able to have more walks than strikeouts, so it shows the patience that he has at the plate. And like I said, it's always good to see. And let's take a look at his defensively this year. Looking at 224 putouts, 4 assists, 3 errors, 1 double play, a 987 fielding percentage. So overall, not bad. But definitely, when you look at Jose Bautista's power, that's what he brings, and he's definitely an elite right fielder in this game. Number 2, Giancarlo Stanton, age 26, Miami Marlins right fielder. This guy is so ripped. This guy is like literally, he is like the LeBron James of baseball. I put LeBron James because I believe he is actually the most ripped athlete in basketball from my perspective of seeing it. I think he's extremely strong, but Giancarlo Stanton is strong. I mean, he is so strong. The guy does not need any roids for anything, and yeah, he'll be fine. He can knock it out of the park at 500 feet without any roids or anything. He's good. He's all good. He's ready to go, and it shows that just what he's been able to do in Miami has been really golden. It's been awesome to watch him. And like I said, he's only 26, and he's already at 178 home runs. So overall, I think he'll be a 500 plus home run hitter by the time he is done, just because of what he's been able to produce at an average rate of around 30 plus home runs a year. Let's take a look. Overall, he signed a very, very big deal. 12 years, $300 million is left on his contract. It was $13,325 million. That was his original contract. But obviously, he played through 1 year of it out of the 13 years, and 12 years. I mean, this is a guy that's it. This is his career. It's going to be in Miami. He's going to finish in Florida. I don't see him going anywhere and just staying here in Miami and in Florida for the rest of his career, unless a trade would happen or something. But other than that, Giancarlo Stanton is a Miami Marlin, and he's going to be one of those guys that they retire his number as well. Overall, Giancarlo Stanton so far, he's a 3-time All-Star, a Silver Slugger, an NL Hank Aaron Award winner, and NL Home Run Champion. What he's been able to do, though, has been amazing. Again, you're looking at a guy that was on the MVP race last year. He did go down a bit this year, but that's because he didn't play in 100 plus games. He only played in 74 games, and the impact that he did in those 74 games, this is the thing that amazes me, is that if he stays healthy next year, this guy, I believe Giancarlo Stanton could have like a 60 home run plus season just from what he could do in 74 games. I think he could definitely have like a 50, 55 plus maybe 60, who knows? But he can have one of those very dynamic years soon, probably next year, just because of just looking at him. Giancarlo Stanton, 6'6", 249, big man, just a huge ripped man that's ready to just kill the ball every time he sees it, and it's amazing to watch him play. Looking at what he did this year, 74 games played, 279 at bats, 47 runs scored, 74 hits, 12 doubles, 1 triple, 27 home runs and 67 RBIs in 74 games. 145 games last year, he had 37 home runs. You can imagine that's just a 10 home run difference, but so many more games that he could have played to get even topper, like every bigger number than 37. 95 strikeouts, 34 walks, 4 stolen bases, 265 average, a 346 on base, 606 slugging, and a 952 OPS. This is a guy, like I said, that can get it done, and he's just so his presence when he gets on the up to the plate is just phenomenal. The pitchers are always looking to make sure they don't mess up because they know he can rock it out of the park. Defensively, 149 putouts, 6 assists, 3 errors, 3 double plays, a 981 fielding percentage. So overall, you see that pretty much a pretty good defender. He's never been like an outstanding defender, like a Jason Heyward type defender, but he's been pretty good, pretty solid over his career. But overall, like Jose Bautista, they're known for their power and they're known for their offense, and they're entertaining people with their power at bats and power home runs. So overall, Giancarlo Stanton, keep it up because, like I said, I don't believe he'll ever be number one, the best right fielder in the game, just because I believe Bryce Harper has kind of exceeded where I think if he continues to do what he's done this year and get even better, I do believe Bryce Harper will be the best right fielder in the game until he retires. That's what I believe. I believe he's just a once in a generation player like Mike Trout. But Giancarlo Stanton, you keep an eye on that guy because that guy can play, and he's so gifted. So overall, keep watching it and just keep watching him and keep watching these right fielders out on this list. They're incredible to watch. But nice job by Giancarlo Stanton. He definitely is number 2.
The best right fielder in the game, number 1, Bryce Harper, age 23, Washington Nationals right fielder. There you go, my man. He is the best right fielder in the game by far. Put it together nicely this year, and he exploded. You know what? He had 4 pretty decent good years, but not as good as what he did this year. This year he put everything put together, and he became a dangerous hitter, a dangerous baseball player, and just he became a superstar in MLB. So just in 1 year, he turned it around, and he won awards. And you know what? His biggest award was being the MVP of the NL, and that's a big award already. That's how much improvement he had. He made sure he played through most of the games as well. His health was pretty good, but just overall, just his presence and everything, he was just looser to me, and it was just better. And he just played with a lot of confidence, and it showed. And he was just so good this year, and I'm so thrilled that Bryce Harper has launched himself into superstar mode because this year he put it all together. And with that, you gotta be kind of excited because Trout and Harper, sensations of the game. Finally, Trout already got there, but Harper needed to get there, and he got there, and I'm so excited for that. For sure, I am ecstatic over Bryce Harper season this year. It was incredible. Overall, he's got a 1 year, $3.75 million. I will expect this man to get paid over $200 million after, just because of what he's done. Just this season alone, if he continues to do it next season, he's got to get paid a lot for Washington to keep him. Just what a superstar, what a great player, what a great athlete. Overall, his career highlights award: 3-time All-Star, NL MVP, Silver Slugger Award, NL Hank Aaron Award, NL Home Run Co-Leader, NL Rookie of the Year, and Golden Spikes Award. Pretty much, half of those, or more than half of those, were all this year. Like I said, tremendous, tremendous athlete that put it all together. Just awesome to see that. Let's take a look at what he did this year. 153 games played, which is the most in his career. 521 at bats. 118 runs scored, the most in his career. 172 hits, the most in his career. 38 doubles, most in his career, 1 triple, 42 homers, the most in his career, 99 RBIs, the most in his career, 124 walks, the most in his career, 131 strikeouts, the most in his career, 6 stolen bases, a 330 average, most in his career, 460 on base, the most in his career, 649 slugging, and 1.109 OPS, the most in his career in both categories. Overall, like I said, exploded offensively, and just the patience of him at the plate was just so much better. And like I said, so fun to watch. And defensively, look at what he did: 269 putouts, 8 assists, 7 errors, 2 double plays, 975 field percentage. This is what he will need to work on during off-season training, during spring training. He needs to get to be a better defender. 7 errors is way too much for him. I know he could be a better defender, and he improves in that. He will be the ultimate baseball player, and just like that, him and Mike Trout neck and neck. I definitely do believe Bryce Harper is a stud, and I can't wait to see him this year. He's going to be so good, and hopefully he has the season he had. Only he'll improve and get even better. But definitely the number one in this case, Bryce Harper.